Like I feel like I don't have the right stuff to compete. How can I handle this issue?
You know, what you bring up today is a very important issue because I hear that from a lot of athletes all over the place. One of my favorite stories, of course, and I think you might know about this, is Roger Bannister. You know who he was, right? He was the first person ever to break 4 minutes in the mile. When he did that in 1954, there were at least 57 medical journals from throughout the world that said it's humanly impossible to break 4 minutes in the mile. Well, look what happened. Within the next year and a half, all of a sudden, something like 44 or 45 athletes went on to break 4 minutes in the mile. So I have a hard time believing that all of a sudden those people got that fast. What happened was Roger Bannister broke that belief barrier. So everyone now could believe that, you know, it's possible. So once you believe something's possible, what do?
You achieve it.
Huh?
How ways do you achieve it?
You go to achieve it, don't you? You train. You say, well, now it can be done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my coach and find out, hey, how can I do this? So all of a sudden now your beliefs change. We're going to go out on the track and we're going to try this. What we're going to do is fool ourselves. You know, I'm going to have a couple of you say, I can do it, I am strong. And every step you take, you go, I can do it, I am strong. I can do it, I am strong. And then we'll have a few other people say, I can't do it, I'm a wimp. All right, you want to try this? And we'll go and we'll run around the track and we'll get an experience on what that feels like, the difference between both of those statements, okay? Okay, so what I want to do now is I want two people, let's say both of you, to do something like this. Just say, I love this lap. I love this lap. Now you don't say it out loud, say it to yourself over and over and over again for the entire lap, all right? Now what you two do is say, I hate this lap. I can't stand it. I hate this lap. I can't stand it. And you do that over and over for the whole lap. And see what happens. What we're doing here is we're mimicking thoughts and we're trying to see the reaction that you have to the thoughts that you're putting into your head. All right? The idea is that you don't want to have negative thoughts. We want to have positive thoughts. You're going to do the positive thinking. You're going to do the negative thinking. Are we set? Any questions on that? Okay, why don't we go ahead and line up. You're all going to run together. That's right. And then when we finish, I'll stop and then we'll talk about it. We'll have a conversation. Sounds good? Okay, so we just had this experience. Now, let's hear from you, because I have no idea. I'm not in your bodies. What did that feel like to you? You were the one that said what?
I love running. I love this lap.
You love this lap. Tell me how it felt.
It felt good. When you started to have doubts, it was more like, no, it's okay. It's not that bad. And then it was kind of like with every step you could get it going too. It's like, I love this lap. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
You kind of got a rhythm going.
You got a rhythm,
really
a pace.
Yeah,
for sure.
I was saying I hate this lap, and I was noticing that instead of kind of like getting my stride going and getting into a rhythm, I would start focusing on, oh, my leg is kind of burned, and like I just didn't allow myself to think of like my form or anything like that. I just completely.
What's going to happen ultimately is you're going to start thinking of anything that's negative in your life or anything that's negative that's going on. That's going to bring it all up for you. Whereas what she's saying is she's going to repress it. She's going to put it down. She's going to take what's positive in her life just by saying those words. And of course, the central nervous system is paying attention and will deliver to the muscles what it needs to have in order to keep going.
Yeah, I kind of, just straight from the start, I felt like I just was thinking really positively. And as we all sort of came to a group as we're going around, I felt like I should be the one at the front. And just constantly, I mean, I didn't want to think anything negative. I just was thinking about running and just focusing on feeling good running around, really.
Wonderful. Good stuff. Yep. And of course you were the negative one, and you were saying, I hate this.
And then like Brittany was saying, like I started noticing I had like a sciatic, and then I was like, oh, I'm sore, and like so I just kind of let all the negative things pop into my head, and it was only for one lap, so.
Here's the thing. Who you are, what you do, and where you go in this life, forget about just on the track, is going to be determined by your thoughts. So if you're having negative thoughts, and of course the negative thoughts, you don't want them in there, But they come in because you're hurting or whatever it is, you know, and you get these negative thoughts, and all of a sudden they multiply. It feeds on itself. It's like feeding a bad wolf, you know. And then the positive thoughts multiply in positive ways, and therefore your nervous system responds to the positive energy as well.